Hi, how are you? I'm Ida. Welcome to my channel. I haven't recorded a long video for I think over a month now, and I just wanted to give you an update. If you are a foreigner and you're following me, you must know that I'm an Iranian, and we had a really difficult time the past month. We lost a lot of people, a lot of young people, and we are grieving still. And that's like really tragic. And I don't know what to say. I just want you to know that it's a really difficult situation. If you have any Iranian friends, please support them. If you are an Iranian yourself, please accept my condolences. And I'm sorry for your loss if you've lost someone during this time. And yeah, thank you for being here and listening to me. Actually, this video is not for teaching. I'm not gonna teach you, I'm just gonna speak. So maybe you can use it as a podcast. I'm gonna introduce you some movies and some books. So stay here and you can have some ideas. Okay, I have written the things that I want to talk about because there were a lot. First of all, I have online job. I have an online job. I'm a language teacher, and unfortunately, in Iran, when something happens, the first thing that they do is blocking internet, and so I think we hadn't had internet for about 3 weeks or 2 weeks. 3 weeks, I think, maybe more than that. I'm not sure, but imagine how bad it was for a lot of businesses. A lot of people have to pay rents. They have online shops. So with internet blackout, we didn't have access to internet. We couldn't do anything. I couldn't work for like 3 weeks. And even after that, when they let us have access to internet, it wasn't really stable and good for online classes. So that was a really tough time. And yeah, but now I think it's a bit better. Again, it comes and goes, but I think it hurt a lot of people financially, this internet blackout. And the other thing that I want to talk about is about my own situation, because I told you I have an online job and I have some debts too. They're not a lot, but again, when you don't have access to your job, you cannot work, you cannot get money. That's really bad. Something worse happened to me. My cat had some problems, and the last vet didn't know about that, and I had to take him to a new vet, and I borrowed a lot of money from my mother, and I took him to a good vet, and they told me that he has a horrible liver problem, and I should take him to Tabriz because in Ardabil they don't have enough equipment for taking a look at his liver and his situation. So I took him to Tabriz, and he received a lot of medication, lots of checkups, and they told me he's gonna be okay. We came to Ardabil again, we came back, and he was just on medication, but he was really weak, and you can understand what happened. I'm using past tense here. Unfortunately, I lost him, and that was really tough because I saw how he was taking his last breaths, and he was like my child, you know? He was like my baby, and we were together for over than 2 years. And now my room feels so empty, and sometimes when I go out, I don't want to come back here because every time that I came, he was waiting for me here. And I knew that home meant Barfi. His name was Barfi. And he would be here always. Like, even when my parents left for vacation, when I left for vacation, I knew that he was at home, he was there with us. But now my room and the house feels empty. without him, but I don't want to talk about it a lot because I might cry. Something else that I wanted to talk about is the movies that I watched. I told you we had internet blackout, but we had a little bit of access to movie applications. For me, it was just that. So I could watch movies, I could read, it was just about it. And I watched a lot of things, but I didn't like all of them. I just want to talk about the movies that I liked, and I'm gonna leave the poster here somewhere and you can take a look at it. The first movie that I want to talk about is a French movie. Actually, at first I didn't know it's French, but when I watched, I understood it's French. It's French English, but mostly French. The name was Jane Austen Wrecked My Life. It's about a woman who reads lots of Jane Austen's novels, and she loves Jane Austen. And if you know Jane Austen, you know that her characters, her male characters, are affectionate. They are so considerate, like Darcy. She's been single for a really long time. I really love that. It was a quiet, kinda slow moving, quiet, but at the same time very funny. I recommend you to watch that. And the second movie that I watched and I liked was a thriller, crime thriller, kinda. It's called Black Phone. Actually, it's not new, I think, but I haven't watched that. I watched it. It's about a killer who takes young boys and kills them. And the story is about a special boy who tries to run away. And that was good. I watched the first one. There are two movies, Black Phone. And then I watched Bridgerton, fourth season. I've been waiting for that for a really long time because this season is really special for me. My favorite character, Benedict, is gonna fall in love in this season. Was gonna fall in love because I watched that. And I liked it. It's not that I didn't like it. I love seeing Benedict on a screen or in a movie, but I think it could be better. It could be more romantic. Because according to last seasons and last episodes, he was a really loving, caring, and poetic man. But somehow in his own story, he's not that poetic, and even he uses some weird sentences. I don't want to spoil it for you, but you can see them on internet, on social media. Everyone is talking about that. Everyone is complaining. And again, I liked it, and I watched it after I lost my cat, so it was kind of escape for me. And I watched lots of Korean K-dramas, and my love for Korean, for learning and speaking Korean is back. I watched Alchemy of Souls, 2 seasons. That was incredible. I loved it. I recommend you to watch it. At first, I didn't like it a lot, but that's amazing. You have to watch that. It's kind of fictional and fantasy. It's about magic and in old times, but I really like that. It's also about a guy who doesn't have any powers and he's trying to find his power because he's a witch, and without his powers he's like not complete. And there is a girl, she helps him, and you should give a shot, definitely. After that, I watched Dear Hongrang, and I liked it as well, but it was a weird series, actually. It was about a boy who was lost, Hongrang. He got lost when he was a child, then they find him, kinda, or a man comes and he says that I'm your son, I'm Hongrang. Pardon my pronunciation and correct me if it's wrong. But then he comes back, he has this sister, and the story is mainly between him and his sister. True story or not, but I think you should watch it. I cannot describe it in words. I cannot put it in words. And these days also I'm watching another K-drama. I watched a series before that. I watched series. It's called The Beast in Me. It's actually a mini series, and I recommend it. It was cool, criminal, and thriller. After that, these days I'm watching My Beloved Thief. It's a new K-drama, and I watched 2 episodes. I like it so far. Let's see what happens. And about the books, my favorite part is books. I love books. Firstly, I finished this book that I've been reading. It's by Agatha Christie. It's called The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. It was a nice one, but I think Agatha Christie has this funny pen, or writes things that are supposed to be funny, and I don't get them. I think it's old also, the book. Maybe that's why I cannot understand the language. But generally, it was a good book, and I liked it. It's the kind of books that at the end you're like, oh, I didn't have any idea this man could be a killer, because he was such a good man. If you like that kind of stories, it's kind of like Silent Patient. The Silent Patient, if you've read it, it's like that. And I finished this one as well, Beach Read by Emily Henry. I discovered Emily Henry last year, and I like all of her books. My favorite one is Funny Story. My favorite ones, let's say, Funny Story, Book Lovers, also Happy Place, The People We Meet on Vacation. They are really good. And this book was not bad. It was good. It could be better, I think. According to the other books that I've read by Emily Henry, I had high expectations for this one. And the other book that I'm still reading, I haven't finished yet, is a Persian book. It's about psychology. It's called Badan Faramush Nemikonad by a Dutch writer or psychologist, Bessel van der Kolk, if I'm not mistaken. Pardon my pronunciation again. I'm reading this one. 100 pages are left. And I really like it. It talks about trauma, that our body, our physical body doesn't forget the trauma, the things we have endured as children. And sometimes it's really hard for me to read it because I think we all share some horrible experiences that we shouldn't have. I lost myself. Yeah, I absolutely like that, and I can talk about it when I finish completely, because it's a really bulky book. It has about 500 pages, and if you were my friend, you would know that I love psychology, and I'm getting ready for master's exam, and I was studying before all of this happened, but now I can't study. I feel really tired physically and mentally both, really tired, and I just want to sleep. And most of the time I'm like horizontal. I cannot get up, and when I stand up I feel so weak and so sleepy. I think all of this is because the things we have witnessed. And yeah, someday soon I have to start again studying for exam. I don't want to go to a top university, honestly. I just want to know more about psychology. My passion is for the major itself, and I want to be a good psychologist, a good therapist in future. Yeah, that's about me. Tell me in the comments how are you feeling these days, and tell me your opinion about the things I've told. If you watched any of the movies or read any of the books, tell me your opinion. I will check them and thank you.